Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Deb, and I love all things indie brands, multi-chromes, and glitters. If that's something that interests you too, then I hope that you will subscribe. It is absolutely free and it helps me out tremendously. So today we are going to look at a brand that I'm pretty new to. I just purchased the Infinite Chrome Flakes from Danessa Myricks, and that video I can link down in the description box if you're interested in taking a look at that. And now I just got in the palette, the multi-chrome palette, and this is all shimmers, so if you're not into shimmers, this is not your palette. I did not realize that the same highlighters that are in the palette are the same highlighters that they sent through Beautylish. So that was interesting. I did go ahead and swatch this one first, not knowing that they were the same. But I think what I'm going to do with this is I do like these highlighters. So I think this would be perfect for travel, to have multiple highlighters and have it in a nice container. These I did have to peek at these. Typically I like to unbox with everybody, but I could not wait. So I peeked at these and I swatched them, and wow, I'm really liking what I see so far. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. Of course, it looks just white on the camera for you, but it doesn't look white when you swatch it. And so I'm going to take this off, this little protective layer, and just very bougie. It better be because it was expensive. So this is this here. I would think that maybe for the price that I paid, these are all special shades. So I see that. I'm trying to compare it to Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath usually has a few special shades or a couple special shades, but it has the amazing packaging that comes along with Pat McGrath. This, it's pretty, it's sleek, but it's not like luxury like what you get with Pat McGrath. But this does have quite a few more special shades, so it kind of balances out a little bit. Okay, so this has Blue Moon, Spring Equinox, Strawberry Moon, and Golden Eclipse. So this is a gold. This here is Strawberry Moon. This one here is Spring Equinox, is kind of a green. Of course, Strawberry is kind of like a pinky red. And then Blue Moon, of course, is blue. When I swatch these, what they remind me of is kind of like a Kaleidos highlighter. If you've ever tried Kaleidos, they are an indie brand, but more creamy. So these are amazing. Really, really do like them a lot. I'm going to leave them on my finger to hope that I can show you the shift. This is Blue Moon. Let's see if we can get the blue to pop up here. Maybe not. These white highlighters are a little harder to show. This one is Spring Equinox. Yep, you can see the difference between the two, but in person, you can see it. You can see the reflective blue and green. It's very apparent. Maybe back here a little bit, but you can see it a little bit. But in person, you definitely see the colors. Oh, you can see it a little bit better like that too. You can see that blue come out. There we go. We'll just hold up the swatches like this here. And Strawberry Moon. Yep, you can see the pink there. Okay, right there. That's perfect lighting to show you. It might be a little awkward, but that's the perfect lighting. And then Golden Essence, or Golden Eclipse. And then there you go. So there, you can see the colors back here. Much better, but in person, they're even more so. So there you go. There's your swatches of the palette. And like I said, like this is pretty sleek. And I could just stick this into my makeup bag and have a highlighter palette. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. So the outside packaging looks like the palette on the inside. So the outside packaging is very, very nice, but most people don't keep the outside packaging. So I think that's a little bit of a waste of money. That's just my own personal opinion. I'd rather put more money into the inside packaging that, you know, we keep and that is on display. Inside packaging is this here. It has ingredients and a description of the shades on the back. Again, there's the highlighters, and then you have the top and bottom row of shades. Open it up, and it has the plastic cover with the Danessa Myricks Beauty logo. and then a protective covering for the mirror. And we'll go ahead and pull this plastic off. This is what the inside of the palette looks like here. Of course, I did stick my fingers in it already and swatch it a little bit. I won't swatch the highlighters again, but let's go ahead and just do some swatching. Polaris is a cream. Okay, so when I first stuck my finger in this, it is cream. And oh, look at that shift. I really want to put that, it's so stinking gorgeous. And I want to put, it looks gold, but it's definitely, it has a gold shift, but it's blue, like a teal and a green, and it shifts gold. And so let's see if we can get it to do everything it needs to do. Maybe back over here, but like where, well, it just does not want to pick up on the camera, but looking at it right like this, it is bright teal blue and green. There is no yellow whatsoever, or no gold whatsoever. But then it does shift gold in certain lights like this here. It's like a green gold. But in the camera, it looks gold. But that's not how it looks out here. So on to the next is Galaxy. This one is very soft and a little creamy, but not like the first one, not like Polaris. Just stinking pretty. Oh, I just love it so much. And there's that there. Very good. Usually I see this kind of multi-chrome in singles, and I've seen multi-chromes like this through Cleona. I see multi-chromes like this with Touch of Glam, Divina, Chaos Makeup, but to get that kind of multi-chrome solid shift like that in a palette is very rare. So super excited for that. You can see all those colors in there. Very pretty. Okay, Martian. Let me show it on the finger. So pretty. It's like a silver green, like almost like a lime green, silver in a blue, like a really pretty light blue with a hint of lavender. Oh, so pretty. Swatching, definitely swatches teal, purple. Oh, it's so pretty. No, and now I see the green. It's teal, purple. It has like that lime green. And it has kind of like a silvery shift to it also. It is so beautiful. I have the first 3 shadows in, and I have no idea which ones I'm going to use on my eyes today. I have no idea. But that's a good thing, because this palette was not cheap. But when you start swatching and you're getting these kind of results, you're like, okay, I feel good. I feel good about it. Soul, it looks like a straight gold shade, but let's swatch it and see if it changes. It is a shimmer. It's just gold, but it's kind of like, I would say, kind of like a rusty antique gold. It's not like a straight yellow gold, if that makes sense. I'm going to swatch the glitter last. Spacesuit is another one. It's like the Polaris, which is really creamy. It's very creamy. It's not like a powder shadow at all. It's like a cream. So I'm going to have to use one of those in my look today just so I can see how it wears, how it dries down and everything. Okay, so that one, red, orange, yellow shift. And it's kind of, there you go. There you go, red, orange, and yellow shift. You may not pick up all of them on the camera. There we go. So pretty. Really, really pretty. A lot of shift in person. A lot more than what's coming across the camera. I'm worried about these creamy shades only because like they may look good when you first apply them, but so far they're not drying down. I have rubbed that one that I did a while ago and it still comes off. And that concerns me with hooded eyes or anything like that with transfer and with creasing. But we won't know till we try it. Aurora. It is a purple multi-chrome. So stinking pretty. Purple to green shift, maybe a little bit of yellow, purple to green to yellow. There we go. It just looks purple on camera, but in person you definitely see the shift to the green and the gold. Kind of has even an orange shift. I even picked up an orange shift. Maybe an area that shifts, definitely purple to green. Yeah, it's purple, green, and orange. It will shift kind of like this one here. Okay, Gaia it looks grungy green in the pan. Yeah, green, gold, orange, burgundy. Like, not a burgundy, but green, gold, and rose gold. It almost shifts like a yellow gold and a rose gold with the green. There you can see it. Like a rose gold, yellow gold, and green. Do you see how that shifts? Ooh, it's swatching green though. But it does shift. Oh, yeah, you can see it there. Rose gold. It looks rose gold, yellow, and then green. It's so beautiful. I love that too. Pretty happy with this. Pretty darn happy. And then let's go ahead and swatch. On the inner part of my hand, I'm going to swatch the glitter, and I'm going to swatch the black hole shade, which is a black shade that they added in here that I think is genius, okay? Because if you have not ever put a multi-chrome over a black shade, wow, like it amps it up big time. And so having a creamy, it's not the cream, but it's like a really velvety black satin, but it's almost like a black crayon. It's just so pigmented, and it's going to, let me just do that. Like swatching that is, I'm going to put Polaris, which is the more creamy, like look at that. Over top of that. Now look at that. So here it is by itself, and here it is over the black. Do you see what I'm saying? So genius to put that in the palette. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. So now we're going to get into the glitter. I know a lot of people's like, I'm not getting this palette because it has one glitter in it, but we won't go there. I have friends that say that. So I'm not going to get on to them too much, but it's one shade. We can be okay. All right. All right. If you're new here, welcome to the sass. Okay. Gorgeous. This is not color pop, people. Like, this is good glitter. It goes on like a sheet. Of course, I'm doing it on the inside of my hand, but look at that. Can we just have a moment? And they picked beautiful glitter to go with it. And it has multi colors in it. It's got the teal. It's got like a violet blue and lime green all in it. It's gorgeous. So, Danessa Myricks, we're going to applaud you because I love this palette. So, all right. Well, we're gonna wear it first, though. We have to wear it first. But swatching has stole my heart, okay? But after we wear it, let's see if it keeps my heart. Whenever I ordered the Infinite Chrome Flakes, they sent me these samples, and they're really good size samples. I will use the lighter shades up here, and I may just use this lightest shade, and then I'll probably give these to somebody else that fits their color tone if I ever send them a package. And then they have these multi-usage creams, and so you can use them as blushes, eye toppers, or lip cream. And so we're going to use this in the look, but I'm going to play with the palette first. And so I am going to just try to use these shadows. If I feel like I need some shadow from another palette to add to it, then I'll do it afterwards. what I would like to do is use the black shade. A lot of people out there, I know that there's quite a few that know that layering those multichromes over black really makes them pop, but I don't know if, but I also think that there's a lot of people out there that don't. So I want to use the black so that it can show the potential of every single multichrome, and maybe try to incorporate the glitter in a little bit of a way, because we can't, the glitter gang, we can't let them down. We got to use some glitter. So let's get into this. I'm going to go in with Black Hole. I'm going to try with a brush. I am someone that does enjoy using my finger for shadows, mainly if they have a creamier texture. I usually apply with my finger, but then blend with a brush. But I'm going to try to apply this black shade with a brush, because you just never know. So we're going to go in and we're going to pick that one up, and we're going to try to, it's picking up to the brush wonderfully, but let's see how it applies with, oh yeah, it does wonderful with a brush. So let's do that. And I may even try to buff it out a little bit. Hooded eyes, always bring it further up. If you ever hear of anybody that says not to, it's probably because they don't have hooded eyes. If you don't, then you won't see any of the makeup that you're putting on your eyes to begin with. So I'm going to take this out, and then I'm going to buff. We're going to give it a go, because see, I've never used these shadows before. Like I said, new to this brand. So this is all experimental, since I am not familiar with her shadows, and it is buffing out nicely. So many of you were telling me that you enjoy my chatty, get ready with me chatty videos. And so I know many of you said the chatty, and many of you said a mixture whenever I was asking what your preference is. And so that gives me a little bit more leeway to do some more chatty videos. There is plenty to talk about, and I do want, there's a few, not everybody. I mean, some of the people that watch already know how to apply makeup very well, but there are a few people that say, I like to see how you're doing this. So I think it's important, mainly with something like this that's a newer palette, to kind of go into why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it. No formal training, just a love for makeup and many on-the-job training hours. The job of just doing my own makeup. It's very, very good shadow. I have very minimal fallout, and that's really from me packing it on, because I know I'm going to buff it out. So far, what I have seen from Danessa Myricks is I am pretty darn impressed, and looking forward to trying more of her stuff in the future. I am going to be doing another video with the Infinite Chrome Flakes, because the last one I was kind of getting ready for a Halloween look, and so it was a lot more. It was the first time using them, and I did one eye incorrectly, and the second eye I did correctly. And they both, you could definitely see the difference between the two. And so what I have started to see, based off of some comments that were on my video about other people having a hard time using those Infinite Chrome Flakes, as I researched it a little bit, what I'm finding out is people are putting it on way too thick. It even says a thin layer. And so if you're having drying problems, peeling problems, even creasing problems, it's because you're, doing this and you've got too much thick flakes on there. If you do a small thin layer and you let it dry, I fanned it, and just a small layer before doing this, it worked great on that. And even on the other eye where it creased, I added shadow and then put more flakes on top, and it looked different than the other one, but it wore really well and I fixed it. So it wasn't unfixable. So I do want to do another video showing how exactly I did it, doing a more wearable look also. All right, now the hard part comes in. What on earth do I put on my eyes out of all these beautiful shades? That's the hard part. I have a problem with wanting to put them all on my face. So good chances I'm going to layer as many as possible. That's probably what's going to happen. And it looks like to me that all of these shades are going to look really good together and all these shades will look really good together. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the gold one, but I'm going to use those other bluish green ones. And then I'm going to put the Polarist towards the middle. And then we're going to try to layer. We'll keep moving forward and figure it out as I go. That's also how I do things around here. I really want to use my finger to apply this, but that brush applied the black so well that I think I'm going to go in with another brush and keep going with using brushes with these shadows until it tells me I need to use my finger. Okay, I'm going to use, I guess, the smaller brush because I need to clean my brushes. Story of my life. Okay, I'm going to go in with Galaxy. I'm picking up quite a bit on my brush. Okay, I think I'm going to have to use my finger. Well, it's applying it, but I'm not sure if it's applying it full force, like what I like. Yep, full force means use finger. Full force in my book is getting all that pigment. Now we're going to go in with Martian, and we're going to lighten it up right in the center. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you ready for this? Wow. Wowza. I did get it in the black, not paying attention. That's okay. We're just going to go in and buff that out. We're going to blend that all in a little bit better anyways. Oh, look at that Martian over top of that black is gorgeous. I go in over here. Just so stinking pretty. I'm really loving this palette. Okay, and then let's go ahead and just blend that a little bit because it's kind of gotten into the black a little bit. Okay, and then let's go in with Polaris. Now, Polaris is the one that scares me because it is super creamy. Looks like this here, and it did not dry down. So, actually, I want to get a brush to take it into the inner corner a little bit better. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. This is something else. I sure hope it doesn't crease because it is a wow shade. And I'm dragging it into that other color to make sure that they play nice together and will blend in with each other without doing anything funky. So far, so good. And we'll blend some more. I always like to just get the color and mesh them together the way that I want them, and then I go in and I blend it and make it all seamless. So creamy, so beautiful. Absolutely no creasing now. I mean, it feels like it is. Like when I swatched it on my hand, it didn't seem like it was drying down. But now that I'm getting it on my eyes, it seems to be drying down. And why I say that is because once I get it in a certain area, it's getting harder to move it around. So it is drying down. It has to be. So that is good news. Okay, now I'm going to take that brush. I'm going to kind of get a little bit of that black off there that I've been using to buff with. And I'm just going to try to buff these colors softly into the black. Yeah. Just loving how this is turning out. Okay. Yeah. Definitely gorgeous. Loving that. And this is even pared back from what you guys are seeing. You guys are seeing a pared back form of what I see in person and the shift I see in person, because multi-chromes, they can portray the correct color sometimes. And then sometimes you have to be in person to see it because it has too much reflection or a different color that just does not pick up on camera. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of that black again, and I'm going to try to run it on the underneath side. I'm going to try to use the same brush and wet it a little bit because I don't want to use black on any more of my brushes because this girl's going to clean her brushes today. Okay. Oh yeah, it works great. Okay. If you wet this shade, it's magic. Very precise. Just like liner. So that's good to know. And I'm just dabbing it. And it's transferring perfectly. And now I'm going to take this pencil brush and I'm going to go into Aurora, which is the purple down that shifted more to like a gold green. And I'm going to put that right in here. And then we are going to add some glitter. I'm going to pull it into the black. I don't want much of that black showing on the underneath side. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then what I want to do is I'm going to just wipe off that purple. I'm going to go into Polaris again, and we're going to take that right over that purple and in the inner corner a little bit, or a lot like that. Inner corner, definitely with this shade. This Polaris shade has got my heart. And it kind of transforms into a different shade when it's going over that purple. Of course, I'm going to wear this for a while. We're going to give this a test run and we'll check back in and let you know how it wore. I got to remember not to take off my makeup before I come in and give you guys an update. So stinking pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to wipe off this pencil brush and we're going to take some Orion and I just want to drag that on the bottom here and just add another layer of dimension to this look. This is beautiful. Just very lightly taking just a very little bit and just kind of stamping, barely dragging, just a little bit of tugs, but nothing to where it's going to pop it up into my eyeball or anything. And kind of dispersing it over top of that purple just so it doesn't just stop, you know? I think that is about where I want to stop with the glitter. Now I'm going to pop off here, put on a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and the rest of my face, my eyeliner, my lips, and I will be right back with you to talk about what all I used. I'll see you in a few. Okay guys, this is my final look. I used the foundation and the blush and the lippy. So you can use it on your lips, your eyes, or your cheeks. When they're expensive companies, I don't want to like them. I don't want to like it. And I really like it. I love this as a blush. It's a cream or a, like a liquid blush. Yeah, liquid it's a liquid pigment for your blush, for your cheeks. And so what they call it is a long wear multi-purpose liquid pigment for your cheeks, lips, and eyes. And you just apply a tiny bit and you just keep tapping it and it is beautiful. Oh my goodness. So let's see what bread and butter is what I used on my lips and my cheeks, and I love it. I would say it looks pretty on the lips, but I don't like it as much on my lips as I just do my cheeks. So now I'm like, oh, should I look to see how much it cost for just to get it for my cheeks, because I really like it. And I don't have that many blushes. And I have no liquid blushes. So I'm trying to talk myself into it, if you can tell. And then the foundation. I didn't want to like this either, because I figure it's probably really expensive. I even wore it full coverage. So you can use this as a foundation or concealer because it's very full coverage, right? But it also mixes well with moisturizer or facial oil to make it more sheer. So I was like, normally I'd want it more sheer and I would use it with some moisturizer because oil just doesn't work real well with my face. And that's what I would normally do. And I thought, well, let me just try it out just by itself, because you know what? If I don't like it, then I won't want to buy it, right? It works and I like it. This is full coverage and it's not creasing or making me, wrinkle up or anything like that. And it covers kind of my dark circles underneath my eyes like concealer would do, but I can't wear concealer because it does suck the moisture out and wrinkle my eyes like crazy. It puts wrinkles there that normally are never there. So I like the foundation too. I'm in trouble. What is this Danessa Myricks doing to me? Oh no, I'm in trouble. I am loving this palette. I'm loving it. I'm happy that I got it. I'm excited to create more new looks with it. I will check back in. We will do a check-in to see if this cream shadow creases and I just have it right in there. I don't know. I think it might, because I thought it was drying down, but it's still a little tacky. And I don't know if that, as you're doing this, and doing this, because that's what I do with my eyes all the time. I don't know if it's going to separate. So we'll see. We'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. We'll check back in so I can let you know. But even so, even if you take out these two cream shades, which if they do crease in my eyes, I could always use them as inner corner. Okay. There's that. Or even down underneath, because typically the only place is in your crease where it's going to crease if you have hooded eyes. So I can use those for other items if they turn out to be that way. This one I think would even work okay as maybe tapped on as a highlighter. I also use the Spring Equinox, which is the green shifty highlighter on. I just love this highlighter. It's so beautiful. It's so glowy in the mirror. And then I put it in the arch of my brow. But even if we took out those two, all of these I'm going to use all the time. And the highlighters, they're gorgeous. I love it so much. Okay, so I'm happy with my purchase. It was expensive. You make some payments, some afterpay payments, and it's affordable. You do it that way. Just to go over a little bit about what else I'm wearing, I used in the waterline 3 different ones. I don't know. I was being extra. I put this one on. I was like, too dark. Lightened it up with this one, and I thought, I might need a little bit of pink or purple in there. So I just added all 3. So there's no rules. And then I sprayed my face with some setting spray, which was the Urban Decay Ultra Glow. I'm trying to use up some odds and ends setting sprays because my absolute favorite is the ABH Dewy Set Spray, and I have a backup and it's ready to come out whenever I finish up these out here. But I miss it. I really miss my ABH Dewy Set. Don't think that I quit loving it. All y'all that have been with me for a long time and know that that's my favorite. It's still my favorite. I'm just trying to use up the ones that I have out here open. So tell me down below, what do you think of these shadows? What do you think of this look? Have you ever tried Danessa Myricks Kosmetics before. What was your thoughts? What is your favorite item that she sells? There was somebody that was talking to me the other day that said that there's these liquid chromes that I need to try, and so I might be purchasing some more stuff from this company. I don't know. We'll see. Christmas is coming up and I need to slow it down a little bit because I'm going to be buying other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to get off here, go about my day, and we're going to come back later on. We're going to check in and see how these wear throughout the day. I'm going to check back in with you, and we will wrap it up and give you final thoughts after I have done a wear test. So we'll see you in several hours when I am done with my day. Welcome back, guys. So it has been almost 10 hours. So it's been a long day wearing this makeup. My lips are almost gone. The makeup, the foundation, it broke up on me. So that saves me some money. It broke up around the mouth here. It got really kind of creasy underneath the eyes, and it even got like creasy right here and I normally don't do that with my foundation. So save me some money there. So it's a no-go for me on the foundation after I wore it. The blush still looks beautiful. Probably going to snag me some of that. And boys and girls, we have problems. It definitely creased. Look at that. Can barely hold that eye down. Yep, we got problems. I believe it's just that cream. I don't think the other ones would have creased. The glitter kind of wore off down here, but that's to be expected. It wore on my lips for quite a while. Like, it does not come off easily, but it also doesn't look all that great. Like, from afar, it looks fine, but up close, it kind of looks a little patchy, but like very comfortable to wear it as the lipstick. But as far as I can tell, it's just that lighter green, but if it's the whole palette, I don't know. So we'll have to give it a go again and see if all of them crease or just that creamy shadow. So wait for round 2. Let's give it another go, and then we'll take it from there. So, all right, guys, I love how this look turned out, and it looked beautiful for a long time, and 10 hours is kind of a long time. So, you know, I guess it's all what you're looking for. But next time, without the cream shadow, and we'll see. We'll see how well it wears on hooded and creased eyes. So most of us have we don't have straight eyes like this all the time. Most of us have some kind of creasing. Well, I'm so glad that we did a try test so that we can give it a go. Hold off. If you were thinking about it, hold off a minute. Let me do another look and another wear test. Let's just see if it's the cream shadow. Like I said, if the cream shadow doesn't work out great, that's fine. There's only a couple in there. We can do it as, you know, whatever. We can put it in the inner corner, or we can put it on the highlighter. There's a lot of beautiful shades in this. So I want to love it. But let's hope they all don't crease. Okay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys all have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye.
I give you my heart.